And now it's time for your Daily Disney Podcast with your host, Joseph Ballesteros. What is going on, Magicers? Welcome to another Daily Disney show. I mean, it's still under the Talk About the Magic family, but it's just called Daily Disney. Monday through Friday, we do shows just like this one, quick 5-6 minute shows, just to give you a little bit of some Disney for your day. And then, of course, on Sunday, we have an awesome show where I bring in someone to talk to, where they're pursuing their own dreams and their own goals, and, of course, have the love for Disney that we all have. So be sure to subscribe if it's your first time here. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday so far. I hope you had an awesome Monday. I really am happy when you're happy, I guess is what it's coming out to be. I am doing this live on Instagram as well. As far as if you're interested in checking out how I do a show, you can check me out on Instagram. And once I actually am recording the show, I actually go live. So you can see it there. But today is Tuesday, which means let's get into it. Today I wanted to talk about the best place to see the Disney Magic Kingdom fireworks. That question technically has no correct answer. I mean, because so many variables come into play. Do you have kids? Are you tall? Are you short? Do you want to feel the heat? Do you want to feel, the sensation of the fire bombs blowing up in your face? Do you want to just see the entire, magic castle with fireworks, just like kind of how you see in commercials? I mean, there really is no actual 100% correct answer, but this is kind of my opinion. For when we've gone, we have two kids. We've gone in the very front of the castle, about midway, and then the last time we went, we actually were at the very farthest back. I think it just depends, again, on who you are and the feeling that you have for that day. When we first went there, we wanted to get to the front as much as we could. And the downside with being in the very front is you're not the only one. It's pretty crowded. It gets pretty crowded. So, if you're not somebody who enjoys kind of being surrounded by a ton of people and then actually having to walk when you're walking away once the show is done, I mean, you're literally either having to not push, but like maneuver pretty much Tetris style out of the line, or wait for a while until it clears up. So it just depends how you are. But, that's kind of the downside of going so close. The benefit, of course, of going so close is you are in the action. You are able to feel the warmth from the firecrackers. You are able to feel the pulse and the sensation of it as it pops. The music is loud and clear. The castle seems even more visible. It seems more real, being so close. So there is an upside to that. About midway, I think honestly is probably, it's not really a good place, at least in my experience, because that midway point, you still are close enough to get into the crowd, but you're not far enough to get like an exceptional view. You know what I mean? And it gets a little harder to see. So I honestly do not recommend usually. You could, like I said, there's really no right answer. But for me, I don't like to go in the middle. Now, the last time we went, the very last show, I should say, that we saw, we did see very far back. And that was because we were just late in getting to the show. And it was interesting because, again, it's based on who you are. Like, my vision is not the best. I got really big glasses that I got to wear. So it was a little hard for me to see as clear as if I was in the very, very front. But at the same time, it was a really nice and different kind of vibe because, you're not surrounded by people. You have a lot more room. And, you when the show is over, you're not having to fight that traffic. So you can kind of take your time a little bit more. And, seeing the show that far, we got to see all of the fireworks and, really see it in a broad view. So you kind of soak it all in. You don't just look at that really big one because, you're so close to the castle. You're just looking at that big one and you're forgetting about the smaller ones that they pop as well. But here you're able to see everything. And honestly, I have to say it was a surprise to me. I really, really enjoyed being that far away from the castle and watching the show. I would recommend still to try both of them. Try at least one time to get as close as you can, just to experience it. Maybe it's something that you like, but I personally, I'm not gonna be so upset anymore about being as far as we were, because it was a really good experience. We got to see the entire show, and while the castle show, when they do the projectors and stuff, maybe wasn't as clear. It was good for me, at least, and of course my family, they have better eyesight than I do, but it was good to see the whole show, and it was good to be able to kind of see all of the fireworks and everything kind of come together in one big kind of picture, instead of being so close and just seeing that small little portion. So that, to me, I know the question was, where's the best place to see the fireworks at at Magic Kingdom, and I didn't answer that. Instead, I gave you two scenarios of which ones maybe you should try. But for me personally, I like I said, I still like the front one, but I won't be so upset should I not get there. I'll definitely say this: if you're going with smaller children, if you're going with maybe elderly who don't like or want to be so close in that sense, go for the far end. Get a good spot. It's just like the front. You in the sense of people know what they're doing, and they'll go find a good spot to sit down. And so to avoid that, find a good spot in the back, by Crystal Palace or something like that, and take a seat and just enjoy the show and enjoy just listening to the sounds, sights, and everything that you can during that time at Magic Kingdom. So I hope this show brought a little bit of Disney magic in your day. Please be sure to check out the new Etsy shop. Yes, if you head over to talkaboutthemagic.com/shop, you will be taken to my Etsy store, where, like I said in Monday's episode, I have been sitting on and just too, scared, nervous, whatever the word would be, to release it, but finally did. Right now, you'll see some digital prints there. I will be uploading some other stuff like music, art design, and all of this other goody stuff. So you can support the show there, or you can, of course, always still use the talkaboutthemagic.com/Amazon Magic link to use my affiliate link for Amazon. That also helps with the show. So please be sure to check those two out. Those will both be in the show notes. Have a great night, day, week, whenever you're listening to this, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. As always, stay magical.